Alright, another example of using law of size to evaluate a missing side. Now, instead of having A, B, C like in the previous example, or like in general when you're given a formula, you have W, Y, and R instead. Okay, so lowercase w is the side that is opposite to angle capital W. Lowercase y is opposite to angle capital Y. Lowercase r is opposite to angle capital R. Now we want to evaluate the unknown side lowercase r. So hopefully you guys can see it here. So out of the three forms of the law of cosine formula, we are going to use the last one to solve for r. Okay, so that means we're going to have r squared staying the same equal y squared. Well, y squared is 11, so we have 11 squared plus w squared. I mean lowercase w squared, so that's 12 squared. Minus 2 times y times w, so minus 2 times 11 times 12 multiplied by the cosine of capital R, but we know capital R is 20 degrees. That. Let's type this whole thing in a calculator and let's see what we get. After typing in the calculator and doing handwritten math, I have the answer of r squared equals 16.9211481. Now, of course, notice that in the middle of work, we do not round up the decimal numbers. We have to write the decimal number as they are, because the more we keep it that way, the more we get, the more likely we get the exact value for the final answer that we're trying to look for. Okay, but however, you guys are more than welcome to round the decimal number in the middle of work, but I wouldn't recommend that. Okay, so now with r squared being this decimal, how do we solve for r? Basic algebra. Take a square root of both sides to get rid of the exponential power of 2. So we have square root of r squared equal to the square root of 16.9211481. R will be equals to 4.11 353 2314. Hopefully I wrote everything correct right there. 4.11 353 2314 4.11. Okay, now this is when I can round it up. So if I were to round it to the nearest 100, I would have 4.11. Or if I were to round it to the nearest whole number, that would be 4. So r is equals to approximately 4.11 or 4. That completes the example. So you see, even though with the different letters, the way we set up the law of size are still going to be the same. So the key takeaway from this is do not let the letters confuse you. Yes, I understand that maybe in your textbook or in your class, your teacher gives you the formulas for the law of size with A, B, and C. But when you have a problem, it's 3 different letters instead. But just because of that doesn't mean that the difficulty of a problem is going to change, depending on what you're asked to do, of course. But always remember that the angles are represented by uppercase letters. The sides are represented by lowercase letters, or the lowercase version of the uppercase letters. And of course, opposite to each of the angle is the lowercase version of the uppercase letter that represent that angle. Okay, so for example, if we have angle capital W, the side opposite to capital W is the side represented by lowercase w. Same thing for angle capital Y, opposite to that is lowercase y. And same thing for capital R. Opposite to capital R is lowercase r. All right? So don't let the letters confuse you. Should you end up in a situation where you're given 3 different letters, then A, B, and C. All right, you guys, thank you for watching. See you guys next time.